Hey, well, good evening, everybody. Alan Zlotorzynski for the Brevard Sports Network back here with you this evening. No, it's not BSN Sports Talk, but we are in the beautiful Brevard Sports Network studios tonight. Who I have with us tonight is Mr. Michael Torres. He is the co-owner of the Elite American Football League, the EAFL. Are you elite? About 4 or 5 weeks ago, we had Michael on to break the news about the EAFL. Be sure to check out the beautiful website, EAFLUSA.com. Michael Torres, Ron Scarlatta, co-owners of this league. And far be it from me to tell you about what's going on in the EAFL. Let me bring on the man himself, Mr. Michael Torres. Michael, first of all, it's been a couple of weeks. How's your summer going, my friend?
Busy.
Yeah, I bet it is, man.
Good, busy good.
I bet it is. All right, so let's jump right into this. To recap, last month you rolled out the EAFL. $10,000 payout to the champions. I mean, you guys are just giving money away left and right. But the quality of the league, the website, it's beautiful, Michael. Congratulations on an outstanding launch. I couldn't be more proud to be affiliated with the EAFL. So just recap for us where we are, how many teams you got, and I know we're going to get to some breaking news because in 241 days, 52 minutes, and 8 seconds, the EAFL kicks off. Michael, take it away.
Well, thank you very much again, Alan. It's a pleasure to have the BSN, Brevard Sports Network, jump on board to be our premiere as far as live streaming our games during our season. So thank you very much for giving us this platform. We're doing great, to be honest with you, super great. Right now, I got my list up here. We have people that applied and we have pretty much approved is the Argyle Avengers out of Jacksonville. They played actually in the championship game of the FCFL. Unfortunately, they came away as the losers, but they got a great organization that they're building up. The gentleman up there is doing a great job, as well as stuff in the community. We got the Treasure Coast Revenge. They were the Treasure Coast Bengals in the past. That's with John Chandler, a great owner, great individual outside of football in general. So he's bringing his group back from Fort Pierce, the Treasure Coast Revenge. We got the Lakeland Jokers. Chris Wilkerson, his wife, run that organization out of Lakeland. Let alone Chris Wilkerson used to be my running back in 2012.
Wow.
My early days at the fan. So I love to see him move forward with the Jokers. To be honest with you, and then we got the Ocala Ballers with Jason Evans. I've known Jason for a long time. A great guy. Works super hard for his organization, and we're happy to bring him aboard. South Florida Lions, the new team out of Miami, with two owners. I talked to them on the phone. They have a very clear and cut vision of what they want to do, and we want to support them in that event. Clayton County Spartans in Georgia is part of our Georgia group. I think they played last year. I'm not sure if it was in the IAFL or NDFL, but yeah, a great individual. Talked to him. He has very high goals for his Spartans and what he's trying to accomplish there. Then we got the Northeast Georgia Wolverines, just northeast of Atlanta. Tyrone, a veteran owner, very professional individual. He's bringing out a new group, and they're already practicing, look very good. Got the drone shots. I mean, they're going to be a force to be reckoned with. Then we got the Georgia Crusaders out of Albany. Owner works extremely hard, a great guy. I think he's going into his second year, and we wish him well. I think they're going to do extremely better this season. And, again, anything they need from the Elite American Football League, we're going to be there to support them. And then the Georgia knows how to make it. That group always comes to play super hard. And they got a great owner that works extremely hard to put on a great show at their home field. And they travel very well. So those are the ones that have committed. But we have 4 that will be committing by Sunday. So
four more teams by Sunday?
Sunday. Yes. And then we got about another 8-10 teams that are super interested. I talked to 3 today. And this thing is becoming something more than me and my co-owner Ron Scarlatta, who's a veteran at this game and super professional outside of the scope of football. We're just ecstatic with what's going on. I mean, this is what we wanted. We wanted to provide a league that does everything possible to help the owners and players. And there's things that we're still working on to help owners and players. It's just not basically paying your fee and do as you're told. We want to be the premier league in the nation and provide the most we can for these organizations.
Yeah, I tell you, we're here with Michael Torres. He is co-owner of the EAFL, the Elite American Football League. Obviously, Michael's picture's freezing a little bit there, but you can still hear everything that he's saying very clearly. And please listen to everything that he's saying. Let me ask you this question. Have you reached the threshold of 14 teams yet? Because I was pretty pumped up just over the announcement that you were giving away the Vapor Elite balls. I love these footballs from Nike.
Well, this is the thing. I mean, we're very proud to get with a big Big Game USA, the biggest provider of college footballs, in the nation. The Vapor Elite is a football that they use in college football, fully leather, and of course it's going to be customized, which they do for colleges. You can go to their website; you can see some of the college balls for the universities. So basically, the first 14 teams that commit to the EAFL and are accepted get a custom ball. So basically, you get the Nike swoosh and outlining your team color, even the laces, and you'll get 2 of those at no cost to your organization. So our league is only $1,000, $50 application fee. So we're just going to keep on trying to provide a lot of stuff for the team.
And you continue to build the media end of the EAFL. I saw the big announcement that the Elite American Football League is going to have a radio show coming on WKOB 1680 AM coming in 2022, hosted by Mimi Mala and Prince of the South. That's big news.
Yes. Actually, I think next month we'll be in the studio with them just to talk about stuff and have it on the radio. Anybody, we'll put the phone number for anybody that wants to call in, just ask, talk to us or whatever. But yes, we're trying to promote this league nationally, not just in the state of Florida. And with that, we're trying to promote the owners and their organizations and their players.
And once again, we're here with Michael Torres of the Elite American Football League. He and Ron Scarlatta, co-owners of this league. And I can only imagine, I first of all, you work full-time. You have a family, and you are now launching a brand new, what I will say, I'll say it, I'm sure you'll agree, is going to be the, for lack of a better term, elite football league in the country for that next level, for guys looking to take that next step, semi-pro, if you will. Michael, where do you find time to do anything else?
I'm pretty busy with work. Work is extremely taxing, but that's why we folded the Orlando Phantoms, organization that for me was very successful, not just on the field but off the field nationally. I mean, they're recognized through amateur football. Because at the end of the game, I mean, we like to put the tag of semi-pro. This is amateur football. These are amateurs. But I know people like to call it semi-pro. Whenever I think about putting that tag of pro, you're thinking about paying guys, and that's not what we do. And that's not the goal for us. So we are amateur football. But I know that slips out sometimes. I'm still trying to get used to it.
Well, look, I mean, in all actuality, no, these guys aren't being paid to play. But when you look at what you're doing for them, I mean, I'm looking at it right now. The champions, $10,000 payout. The runner-up, a $3,000 payout. Conference championship runners-up, $1,000. I don't know of another organization in the country with those types of payouts. But that's not what sets you apart. What's going to set the EAFL apart?
What's going to set us apart is what we're totally looking for organizations and owners that want to grow. So we want to help the next, we could say the next generation of amateur football owner organizations, because there's a lot of good organizations that's been around for a while, whether they're in my league or not. We got to give them credit. Here in Florida, the Magic City Bulls are the staple. They are the totem pole, 7-time champions in the Florida Football Alliance. The Bradenton Gladiators just completed a three-peat. All right, actually Southwest Gladiators, excuse me, Derek Greenwood, when they took over, they went from the Bradenton to Southwest Gladiators, so I want to get that correct. You got teams like the West Coast Soldiers. Ed Maris, he's done a great job, been around for a while. He started from the bottom and he worked himself up to be one of those premier teams. Now you have Roger Lewis over with the Tar Heels. He's been chugging along building that program, and I expect him to do great things. I expect the Tar Heels to win the championship next year in the Florida Football Alliance. So there are great organizations here in Florida. You got to give them credit, no matter where they are. You don't have to be in the EFL. Wherever you are, if you're doing a great job, you deserve, you deserve 2 thumbs up because you paid your dues and you paved the way. But right now, we have a lot of new owners and organizations, and those we want to help build. Without our support and the league support for these organizations and these owners, then amateur football will be lost in the next 3 years here in Florida.
Here's what I like about your, and again, please check out the website, eaflusa.com. On the website, when you go through the tabs at the top, home, about, league, news, media, and then there's a tab that says player resources, player film information, pro indoor football, Euro players information. The bottom tab there says get your GED, which is a link that leads you right to the Florida Department of Education for an opportunity for players that are looking to further their education, that have to get their GEDs first. So you guys have really thought of it all, Michael, in terms of taking care of not just the owners of this league, but the guys that are going to play in this league as well. Isn't that correct?
Yeah, look, as an owner, and I'll speak as the owner of, the once owner with the Orlando Phantoms. Our goal was to, of course, build our brand and organization, but we also want to be there for our players. So a lot of times we don't take into effect that guys come to play here. Of course, they want to be a part of a brotherhood and all that. But a lot of these guys after high school get lost. Those guys between 18 and 20-something, 25, whatever, they get lost in the shuffle in the system because there's not a lot of resources for them. So we want to help them. So guys don't, we don't even know sometimes if the guys even got a GED. So why can't we try to help them or give them the avenue or the tools to try to get that information so they can better their lives? With the Phantoms, sometimes guys got in trouble with the law or going to court. We would go support those guys. I have gone to court to talk on guys. I've talked to probation officers to get guys really so that I can go pick them up at home, bring them to practice, and then I have to take them back home. It was a commitment we made as an organization, as a team. One year, I remember we had a player, I think it was in 2016, 17, I'm not sure, that a guy could have been serving 10 years in jail. We had a bunch of our team go to the courthouse, sit in there, and stood up one by one reading letters to them, to the judge. That is what we love about, what I loved about the Phantoms. It wasn't about just winning games and getting online and talking trash and line that team up and all that stuff and you guys don't play competition. It was about what we were trying to do to help our guys. Now, are we going to make everybody happy? Of course not. That's not being realistic. But we're trying to help as many as we can that are willing to do the right things. Then we're going to support them, and that's what we want to push through this league to our owners. Is of course we want to win, we want to do this, and our players act up. Well, we got to ask, why do they act up? What support do they need? What support can we give as owners or as a league to help you get better? And through that, we're going to help this landscape of amateur football, period. So we were just trying to start with our league, and we don't mind branching out to do other things as well. So, just because we put out the $10,000 payout, the $3,000, yeah, that looks good. But we're still working to add more things. This is not it for us. And that's what I want to convey.
I tell you, that is an outstanding message to convey, Michael, because so often these guys, as I just mentioned with you, 95% of your league, Michael, when you look at them, and again, I apologize, Michael's camera is freezing. 95% of the guys that play in your league do the very same thing that you do. They have full-time jobs, they have families, they come out on the weekends and they sacrifice really their bodies to come out here. They throw their bodies around for love of the game, some of them for an opportunity for something greater, some of them just because they can still play the game and excel at it, and some of them because they can play. So I like the fact that you're a part of what it is these guys are accomplishing, not just on the football field, but if they will allow you, that they can, you will be a part of what they also want to do off of it. You know, I saw a Facebook post that you put up the other day on the Eafl Facebook page that said that you had went to watch a team play. It was a young team, a team in its second season, and you really liked the way that they were running their organization. And the thing that excited you most wasn't that they had signed up to play in the league. It was that you were going to be able to help them grow as an organization, both on the field and off the field. Talk about that.
Well, yeah, I mean, I went to see a championship game just the weekend that just passed, and both organizations, you know, played super hard, you know, and the younger team from St. Pete, I was, you know, you could tell they were young. It's the first time some of them has even played amateur football. And you could tell they were in some situations, you know, with discipline and all that. But good grief, it was like a bunch of 19. If you know, I don't even know how many guys had over the age of 20, 21. But just to be able to see them out there and not just enjoying themselves, but going through that struggle of falling behind at 12-0 at halftime, I thought, well, this team's going to fall apart. You're arguing and all that stuff. For them to come back, I don't know what the coaches and the owner, Bonita, she's the owner, told them at halftime, but they came back fighting. You know what I'm saying? And I thought, man, this is going to turn around. And it became a game. You know, at the end of the day, the Jacksonville team, Bull City Thunder, with a great owner, young owner, first-year owner, winning a championship, you know, they handled their business, you know, but you got to appreciate the youth that I saw. If we can give them support, if they need our support in whatever, you know, we can do for them, it's going to help them get better as an organization. And that's what we're here for. For the owners that need the help, give me a call. We talked to two owners. One I'm going to meet up with, and I'm going to drive there. I'm not going to say who, because that's between a personal thing between me and the owner. And another one, I told them, give me a call with your organization on the phone, speaker, and put them on speaker, and they rapid fire me. I have no problems with that.
And we're going to start, I believe, Michael, you and I talked about this a couple of nights ago. We're going to start bringing some of the new teams and some of the owners and players on here on a weekly basis. We have 241 days, 35 minutes, and 40 seconds to kill. Where do I keep getting this information? Well, I get it on EAFLUSA.com. I'm telling you, it's the hottest website for amateur football. Really, I like the website better than the NFL's. It's much easier to navigate. Don't say that. No, well, I'm telling you, Michael, I mean, the way you guys have done this website, I've seen a lot of them, okay? It's impressive. So make sure you check it out.
Thank you.
All right, as we get set to wrap it up, and again, I apologize. I know your camera's freezing there. We'll get that corrected. We are also messing around with new technology here at Brevard Sports Network, because next year we are going to be delivering you broadcasts like you've never seen before for amateur football. So we're very excited about that. But I know you have some breaking news that you want to deliver. Let's see how long we can keep your camera going for that.
Well, it's fine. I mean, I don't need to be moving around, because at the end of the day, it's what they hear, not what they see. I'm sure enough people's really excited to see my face, but so well, they can hear me. You can leave the EAFL symbol up.
There you go. Okay.
Well, this is what's going on right now, and I don't know. This is only one of the few things we're trying to work on. Now, we already know about the $10,000 payout to the winner, the $3,000 to the runner-up, and the conference championship losers, runners-up, $1,000. Who has ever heard of somebody giving $1,000 to two guys that lose in the conference championship? Well, we think they deserve it. So we're going to do it. Now, the big announcement is, right now we have 9 teams. We have 4 we expect to announce this week by Sunday. And we have right now about 10 that have hit me up. Even it's funny. One just private, one just private messaged me while we're talking. If we get to 20 teams, Alan, me and Ron Scalata had decided the team when they go get their championship rings, we will pay $5,000 towards their
Wow.
championship rings.
Wow.
They give us the invoice. We will call the company and we will pay $5,000 for their championship rings, and they get their 10,000. So that way, the
15.
owner can do other things with that 10,000 for this organization for the upcoming year, and the players, we're going to put $10,000 towards the ring. $5,000 towards the rings for the organization.
So essentially, Michael, the way this works out is that prior to making this announcement that these teams would have taken that $10,000 and dumped it towards championship rings because it's all about the ring, baby. It's all about the ring.
Yes, Lord. Yes.
And now you're going to put up $5,000, and so this money, a good portion of that 10 grand can go towards actually giving back to the team that wins the championship. I think that's tremendous. Bravo. And I can only imagine what Ron Scarlatta has in mind for a championship ring. If you don't know Ron Scarlatta, he's a big Patriots fan. And if you've seen the latest version of the New England Patriots championship rings, Ron Scarlatta expects you to spend some money on these rings. I promise you that.
Yeah. So, I'm going to tell you right now. Well, Ron Scarlatta has 8 championship rings in semi-pro.
Wow.
Okay. He had one before the Rage. He won 4 with the Orlando Rage, which was an awesome organization. It's something that I aspire to do what they did, or to at least meet what they did. They set the standard here in Orlando, and he won 2 with us. So, he knows about rings. But you were correct. We feel that $10,000 should go to the organization, and that owner can recoup, pay some bills off, or put some money aside for next year to get a jump start. So we're going to give that $5,000 to help them out and pay $5,000 toward any championship ring if we can get up to 20 teams.
And we are working on, I just want to tell you that we here at Brevard Sports Network, we are working on next year, because we're going to be traveling and doing we want to make sure, as Michael and Ron have let us know, the goal is not necessarily the game of the week, but to make sure that all of the teams are shown on Brevard Sports Network. So we are working on a plan, myself, Derek Smith, and Caleb, where we come into your city the night before and doing big pregame show from a local restaurant and get your team. If we're coming to your city to do the broadcast next year, we want to make a big deal out of it. So stay tuned for details for that. And Michael and the Eafl is kicking out $5,000 for the championship rings. This on top of the $10,000 payout. Michael, that's just tremendous. Congratulations on all of this and all of this news to this point. Before we get set to wrap up, is there anything else you want to add? Because I added your phone number to the bottom banner there for anybody to reach out to you. So go ahead, and I'll let you close us out.
Look, all I want to say, and I do wish the other leagues a lot of success. I know the 3 league owners. I think they're great individuals. I've had great conversations with them. I even known one when I first started amateur football, and he's helped me in some aspects when I first started. So I got mad respect for them, because to run a league, it takes a lot of work and dealing with a lot of people. But what I'm trying to do with the Eafl is to provide the most for the owners and players. Okay, the most professional and the most structured league that I can give. And through that, we're looking to hopefully help owners and players change a little for the betterment of amateur football, because we're offering what we're offering. And then the last thing I got to say, who wants to be elite?
Who wants to be elite, baby? Well, Michael, we're going to be doing these a lot more frequently. And as I said, we're going to be getting owners and players on here to talk about why the EAFL stood out to them, what their goals and accomplishments or what they look to accomplish and what their goals are in this league. And again, Facebook, all of the big social medias there, Instagram, YouTube. Check them out online at EAFLUSA.com. For Michael Torres, for Ron Scarlatta, I'm Alan Zlotorzynski for the Brevard Sports Network. Do you want to be elite?